Hello there guys, Fredrik L here again from Hong Kong, and this is a continuation of lessons 617 and 618 and a little bit of 624, which is about 3s, 5s and 7s while keeping a stable beat on the left, on the floor. Mike gave me some awesome feedback, thanks Mike for taking the time, about slowing down the tempo, committing to the feel, instead of going dun dun ba 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 ba, it's like dun dun ba 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 dun 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 bum 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 which is great. Also to not just do it at the end of a fill or at the end of a bar as a fill, but actually extending it for a full bar to really commit to it. So that's what I've been practicing on for the last month, and my overall challenges has been, independence is hard for me. Going over the bar line is hard. It's metric modulation, I guess, is supposed to be hard. So all these things are fairly new to me, and I'm trying to get better at them. In addition, I would say how I usually drum is pretty straightforward power rock, like some odd time signatures once in a while, but and it's usually 150 to 200 BPM. So the challenge has been to a lot of these things are in 16, so a lot of these really shine in the slower tempos. So my solution has been to learn them in 16, and then when I go with the band, to actually move them over to 8ths. So, and that's been working fairly okay. It's actually pretty easier to play 8ths on my left foot than playing 4ths. And just to give you a sense of the kind of music I usually play, I will not bother you with a long playthrough, just 10-15 seconds of how it usually looks with my band when we play, etc, etc. So just give me a second for that, guys. Thanks for taking the time. There we go. So, as you see, I'm coming from a bit of a simpler background, I guess you'd say, and my solution has been to try to move from that to something deeper, is to focus on muscle memory. When I add the left foot, it becomes pretty hard for me, just to do dun dun ba bum bum dun dun bum. That's not necessarily crazy hard, but then when I add the left foot, and specifically if I'm doing like a 5-stroke with like snare ghost, riding kick ghost on the 4 ongoing as well, that really throws me off. So I've been practicing a lot with, you'll see in the video today, I'm trying to do a lot of 5 and 3s where I'm just doing the kick on a few of the notes, kind of alternating that to get used to that, to get my muscles used to that. Also, not to make it too insurmountable, I try to write out a few parts. You'll see 4 parts in the video today that are pre-written out, that I try to practice and kind of get the right feel for. And then 3 of the parts I think are improvisation. You'll see a pretty big difference there as well. I think improvisation comes as you mature on this, but that certainly is a challenge. And I think that overall, that's also where the frustration comes in. I'm trying to focus on the independence part, but at the same time, it's very obvious how difficult improvisation is. It's very obvious that the ghosts are not quiet enough. It's very obvious that dynamics is something I should work much more on. And worst of all, it's very obvious that even though I'm practicing, it's not really tight. But I think, you have to have a positive frame of mind. I try to think, hey, I'm practicing to get my left foot going with the rest of all this stuff, and then I'll address other stuff later. And I do feel live or just practicing by myself that my left foot is doing more things on its own. It's a real good feeling. Sometimes when I fill, I'm just looking out saying, hey, that little thing is still running, and that's a good feeling. Also in some weird places, I'm trying to play a Meshuggah intro Do Not Look Down, which is in 17/16, and that's always kind of eluded me to really hit on that in a good way. And even though I'm not even using my left foot, I'm more and more getting used to that playing over the bar line kind of feel that Meshuggah does a lot. So after all this talk, we'll soon go to the studio. My question is this: this is a good approach. Well, three things. A, writing a few things down and not immediately jumping to improvisation. Number two, really focusing on one aspect, which is my left foot, with the rest trying to run the independence on that. And thirdly, to, when in live, go perhaps then from 16ths to 8ths. So instead of doing dun 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 dun, it's like dun 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 bam dun tic tic bam bam tic tic bam dun tic tic dun dun tic tic dun, for instance. And finally, maybe the bonus question is, for a drummer like myself who usually play in the tempos of 150 to 200, in a lot of the exercises we do really shine or are playable in slower tempos. What's your take? I mean, is it just, you know, grinding it out, slowly becoming faster? Or is there value saying, hey, you know, this 32 peppermint is not really working, I'll do those in 16s and I'll do the 16s and 8s. Is there something that I could learn on that, how to structurally move that forward, or any advice? And finally, thank you so much. I mean, this is a great format, being able to have this kind of correspondence, and I really appreciate it. So, thanks for watching, and let's go to the rehearsal place. Peace out.